And welcome once again to Community Viewpoint. I'm John Pollock, your host for another segment. And with me today is a representative of our fire and rescue for the town of Pahrump. This is Jennifer Fanning, who is the special assistant to the fire chief. We didn't get Scott, we got somebody better. Sorry. No, that didn't come out right. But anyway, thank you for stopping by.
Thank you.
So we're going to be talking about a little bit about the fire department, the not search and rescue, but the EMTs. And, you know, I just realized I went on your website today. You have 5 stations?
We have 4 stations.
4 stations?
Mm-hmm.
There's the Kellogg one. There's a Barney and
Bell Vista.
Bell.
And then Harris Farm and Highway 160.
Well, Harris Farm is the one I'm not accustomed to seeing up there.
Yeah, there's the one out, so that one's out north, and then there's the main station one across the street from Home Depot.
No, how many of those are staffed though?
So 3 of them are staffed currently at this time. Station 4 is our newest station, the one it's out on Bell Vista and Barney. And it's about 90% of the way done as far as for completion of it. It's a brand new station for us. They put up a 6,000 square foot apparatus building. So we have quite a bit of apparatus housed to serve the west side of the Pahrump Valley. And then it will eventually have a paramedic and an advanced EMT crew out there at all times.
Wow. And Kellogg has what?
It has the same.
Does
So,
it?
yep, it has a paramedic and an advanced EMT, as well as having quite a bit of apparatus out there. Station 3 is also going to be getting a new apparatus building, the same size as what we put out at Station 4, so a big 6,000 square foot apparatus building. So we're going to house a lot more apparatus out at Station 3 to help the south end of the valley with any emergencies out there.
Oh my God, yeah. I usually see going back and forth the doctor's appointments and other things in Vegas. I don't know if it's just by chance, but the ambulance 1, does that do that route a lot?
Yeah, Medic 1 definitely does. Yeah, they have a rotation at work that the ambulances go to. It's Station 1, Station 3, Station 5, and they have a whole rotation that they use, but they absolutely do. They take quite a few trips in there.
Yeah. And how long is that going to last, that vehicle?
The ambulance?
Yeah.
It kind of depends. Right now we have quite a, I think they upwards of 300,000 miles on them. Yeah.
So anyway, that's a little bit about the nuts and bolts of the fire department. We're here to talk about this time of the year, the fire permits, the burn permits, I think they're called. And you just had some changes on the burn permits. And I happened to look on it on the site at the same time that you did that. So tell us what we have to do for burn permit, but not in the summertime.
So in order to be able to get a burn permit, you have to be the property owner and you need to have insurance on the property. If you have renters on your property, you can get a permit and then give your renters permission to be able to burn. We can't do that. So you have to be, the owner of the property has to be the one to get the permit. Once the permit is issued, it's good for as long as you own the property. There's no expiration, renewal, or anything like that to it. But burn season is seasonal. So just effective today, I spoke with the chief and we set dates now. So when burn season, it will open November 1st and it will close on May 15th of every year from now on. So that it gives the residents time to be able to plan their burns when they want to do things. And I know there's a lot of people that are trying to hurry up and get stuff done right now because they know burn season's coming to an end.
Yeah, because I mentioned to you there's a lot of burning going on today, a lot of smoke, and you had mentioned they're probably doing the end of the burn season burn. And there's one of the most important things is the wind.
Correct.
If it's over 5 miles an hour?
5 miles per hour, which isn't that high, and we're in windy season right now, and a lot of people, are pretty frustrated with that. So, it seems to be that the mornings tend to be a little calmer as far as the weather goes, and then the afternoons the winds are picking up. But we do ask that residents at least check the weather prior to burning, just because there are days that if we are in a wind advisory and things like that, which obviously are not good days to burn.
Yes, it almost seems like in the bottom of my computer screen, it's that little wind is there almost every day.
Yeah.
But how do people find out about how bad the wind is? Do they call you?
So I usually use AccuWeather. I have an app on my phone, and that's generally what I use. It's pretty accurate to Pahrump, but it's pretty hard as far as our valley goes. You know, we sit in a big bowl here, so it's possible that it's windy at my station and maybe not at the south end. So a lot of it is a judgment call, you know, on the residents' part. But for the most part, if it comes up and we're in any kind of a wind advisory, it's not good to burn anyways anywhere.
Yeah, when I first came here like 25 years ago, there was a different weather pattern here too. We were on the south end near Gamebird and Winchester, and we would look at the north end of town and had thunderstorms.
I know.
And we had, it was nice if we were sitting outside on lawn chairs.
Yeah.
But that's how big the valley is too, and that's the difference you can have from one end of the valley to the other. Okay, so that's that. So anything new happening with the department?
So we actually just got new station signs installed. So we have display boards outside of every station. They sit usually right next to the road. They're good size. I believe they're like an 8x10 screen. And we've been putting just generalized information on there, but as we have things happen, like there's a blood drive coming up in May, I have a sign to go up on there for a blood drive. We've put things on there before. There was a fatal on the Highway 95, and so we put up a sign on there to let people know that Highway 95 was closed down. You know, just things like that, giving general information on our signs, and they're displayed at all of our stations.
So all the stations have that? 'Cause I just saw it at the main station. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Yeah, all stations have it. They usually will all display the same unless it's relevant to a specific area. But you know, it's when we put the one on there for the closure of 95 due to a fatal accident, we displayed it on all stations just in case someone was coming from the south end trying to go out north, you know, or anything like that. We want to make sure everybody knows.
So that's completely independent of the Nye County sign that's on Galvana?
Correct.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. I was wondering what why there was a sign on the ground, but that's all for the fire department.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
okay.
So we'll make sure to get information, relevant information. Everything's going to be pretty much safety related, fire department related, things like that. Will be up there on the display boards.
Okay, great. So how many people are on the fire department?
We have 42.
Full-time?
Mm-hmm, full-time.
I'll let that sink in for a minute. I never realized that. Mm-hmm. And everybody's cross-trained? Almost?
Some of them are cross-trained. I believe we have 2 right now that are not.
Okay.
But everyone else is. So we're actively putting on Fire One programs through the department to get everyone cross-trained. So people come in typically with their EMT certification, so they have their paramedic or things like that. And then we're doing the fire program to cross-train them so that they have both.
Okay. Do you do training around the valley then for different groups of people then? I know you do it in October for Fire Prevention Week and month for the schools. Do you do other things also?
So this Fire One class, for example, is open for the county for volunteers. So you have to be affiliated with one of the county EMS programs in order to be to get into the Fire One program. But yeah, we go out and we do things with other places. We've had people contact us to go, you know, speak with them at senior centers and places like that regarding senior safety and things like that. And right now I just had a homeschool group contact me, and they wanted to bring in their kids that do homeschooling to do a tour of the fire station and be able to look at the fire trucks and talk to the guys about what they do. And
I know when I was with the library had you come over for their special events for the kids over there. And then you may even be at Earth Day Arbor Day on the 20th of April at the Community Center, which I know you will be. So, barring any disasters.
Yeah.
So speaking about disasters, what's the worst thing that happened usually for the fire department? What do you dread the most? Is it propane tanks in garages or?
Propane tanks, ammunition, fireworks.
Oh, ammunition, yes. Mm-hmm. Oh, and fire, yeah.
Yeah.
But we're not supposed to have fireworks.
I know.
I don't know where they come from.
Yeah, there's some people that have them.
So it's rough with the propane because everybody's got barbecues, and
Correct.
so that's something that education has to set in for some of the folks. And not, I don't want to. I'll sit down with Scott one day. We'll talk about that. Maybe he'll come on, or maybe he'll come on, and we'll have some classes on the safety for propane. So that's a real issue, and the ammo, like you said.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So, what about on the roads? And what do you have to look out for at the most?
Currently, right now, I think it's the electric vehicles and any kind of fires that start with those electric vehicles.
Have you been seeing some?
We haven't had too many here in the town of Pahrump, but when they get to their expiration date and things like that with their batteries, I don't know if you've seen videos on the batteries, but it takes a lot of water to be able to put them out. They have submerged the cars in water and brought them out, and they still catch fire.
I have seen those, yeah.
So we've actually brought in a special. It's called F500. It's to help us with those kind of fires and things like that. So they're going to start distributing that between us and the northern part of the county. They're going to have a trailer that they're basically going to keep it on to assist if we get electric vehicle fires.
Are we seeing more electric vehicles in Pahrump?
Yeah, I think so. And we have that new Tesla charging station now.
There's 5 or 6 of them. And it's kind of tight in there too.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's going to be an issue with people mistakenly parking in the wrong direction. But anyway, that's only by mistake. But anyway, that's behind the pawn shop over there by Burger King.
Right, yeah.
Yes. So any final thoughts on fire department?
No.
So I think we've covered everything, and the burn season is coming to an abrupt end.
On May 15th.
So if you want to find out more about that, you can go to the fire department site.
It's www.pahrump.nv.gov.
And the page is residential burn permits, so you'll be able to find it there. So Jennifer, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
And thank Scott for sending you over. I'm
Sure.
sorry. But we'll talk to you next week.
Thank you.